welcome to Game Over Here, the video game podcast created by these amazing gamers right here, Leon and my buddy Dean.
Hello, everybody.
It's been a bit once again. Like we need to get better at this consistency kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, but both of us will get the same memo on the same day.
Exactly. But yeah, this week we're just going to be covering a lot of the announcements that we've had like since the last podcast, where obviously we were going on about the Xbox Game Showcase. So we're going to sort of get into the PS5 Showcase that we just had, the new 30 series RTX cards, and we're just going to just generally have a talk about the next gen in general. So let's just sort of dive straight into it. So, obviously we had the PS5 Showcase, literally just dropped, and obviously we've got some prices, awesome. But I thought the first thing that I kind of want to talk about on that was the Final Fantasy 16 reveal there. I thought that looked pretty interesting. I thought the other interesting thing though is that it did have the caveat there in the first place saying, well, this is actually recorded on a PC with PS5 specs, kind of thing. I'm like, all right, fucking get fucked, mate. Like, but I think like it did kind of look interesting. Like there was, there was some cool things going on there. I thought the graphics kind of looked kind of on par with like I don't know, with Final Fantasy 15 a little bit. I didn't feel like it was really like breaking the barrier on a graphics level.
It felt, I don't know why, but it felt it's gone away from. Wasn't 15 the one where they were driving around in the car quite a lot?
That's right. Yeah, it was fucking bro trip. Fucking I don't know.
So they've kind of stepped away from that, and it's more monsters, dragons sort of thing.
I feel like they've definitely gone like down a more traditional route. So with I'm just trying to think what it was. I mean, I suppose like like Final Fantasy 9, or maybe like Realm Reborn, even like the MMO, the Final Fantasy 14. Like, because I must admit, because I was playing Final Fantasy 14 while I was watching it as well, and I was like, oh, is this just like them announcing that Realm Reborn's coming to PS5 as well? I honestly thought it was just going to be an expansion for the
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, because I didn't really have any inkling that Final Fantasy 16 was going to be announced. The only thing I did know is because the guy I was playing with, he was like, "Oh, it's being leaked. It's going to be there's going to be a trailer," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know." Like, I was completely oblivious. So it did kind of come as a little bit of a surprise kind of thing when seeing it there on the showcase.
Well, it's because there was a ship, wasn't there, in the trailer that they showed the day before. That's from 16.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, there's a Final Fantasy ship that's in the. What's the trailer that they brought out, the teaser before? Basically, it's a load of ships heading into like a force field. And it's like PlayStation 5 new experience thing.
Oh, that makes sense then. That's
People noticed it straight away though. They were like, they zoomed in on this ship and they were like, Final Fantasy 16's coming.
Well, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool. I mean, that's pretty big. I mean, we didn't really get bugger all details as per usual. So who knows when it's coming and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah. I like the asterisk though, where it said like PS5 console exclusive asterisk, and then underneath it said also coming to PC.
Mate, literally, pretty much everything in that showcase did that. I think the only thing that didn't was probably Spider-Man. I think that was the only one.
But isn't that technically a DLC anyway?
Yes, kind of. I know in the past I've sort of said it was meant to be a full-fledged game, but I was totally wrong. It is kind of like a DLC kind of thing, and on the PS5 as well, you will get the remastered Spider-Man game that was out on the PS4. The interesting thing as well is that it is coming out on PS4 as well. So
Yeah.
So if you're not sort of going up to the next gen yet, at least you are still necessarily going to be able to play the the DLC, as we're kind of putting it now, for the Miles Morales.
Yeah.
I mean, frankly, I think it looks really good. I do want to play Miles Morales, because I really did enjoy Spider-Man on the PS4 as well. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good one. I hope to see maybe a PC release at some point, but I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Well, you don't think
Um,
Sony will let it go to PC?
that's true.
Okay.
So what other? I'm just trying to think what other games was in the PS5 one now.
I'm trying to think. Thankfully, we didn't see Bugsnax again because that
Oh,
would have driven me
yeah, allow
absolutely
that shit.
mental.
Allow that shit. Like, who cares? Not this boy.
Um, what else did they show? I'm trying
I'm
to
just trying
remember
to
now.
think. Give me a sec.
A mental
I'll bring
blank.
some tings out. Because, we're
Oh, the
nice and prepared
Hogwarts
today.
Legacy thing. They showed Hogwarts
Oh,
Legacy,
yes. I actually
and
knew
that
nothing about this once again, even though it's been leaked like anything, apparently. And I was just completely fucking oblivious to it.
well, I think
Uh,
it leaked like 2 years ago that there was
yeah.
a Harry Potter MMO, or even though it has nothing to do with, well, apart from it's in the same universe, but Harry Potter's not actually in it.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it looks interesting, though.
it
Like,
looks good. It's a good
I was
idea.
actually like, maybe I might play this.
Yeah.
Give me this. Let's get this up.
Wasn't much gameplay though. There's a lot of scripted cutscene stuff.
Yeah. I mean, to be
And there
fair,
was a
it was.
major frame drop at one point, and I was like, "Oh, they're really showing off that. That's a bit extreme."
Oh, interesting. I don't think I noticed that. So
There's a
that's
bit where it zooms in on like a bridge with flames going up, and the slowdown. You can see it's like a visible slowdown.
nice. Good job. Good job. What else did we get? Apparently, we got a Resident Evil Village trailer. I don't remember seeing
Yes,
that. I don't actually
yeah,
remember it.
they
That's weird.
they kind of leaked that before the actual show started because I saw that a few times looping on IGN's
Oh.
pre-show. But yeah, it didn't reveal too much. There again a lot of cutscenes, no gameplay.
Oh yeah, I know what we had. Call of Duty. We had the Black Ops Cold War gameplay, and then obviously them announcing about the alpha that they're doing on PS4, Xbox One, and PC on the 13th of November. Oh no, sorry, on no Friday. Actually, on Friday. Oh, in fact, no, the PS4 alpha is sorry. I'm getting it all mixed up. The game comes out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC on November 13th. The alpha on PS4 is starting this Friday. So if you
Yeah,
wanted to
so
check out the
today.
multiplayer on the new COD, it's there. All in all, I was just sort of sitting there going, "It's COD, cool. Like,
Yeah.
leave it at that. Move on. Don't really care." That I haven't cared about a COD game in a very long time, and I can't see it happening. Like me going, yes, I need COD again in my life.
The
I think it's
last one I got really excited about was Modern Warfare 2, I think.
I think you're right. I think it was
And
the
then
same for
after
me.
that, it just died off.
Yeah. No, I'd say that was the last one for me as well. And to be fair, that's the funnier one in my lifetime, because that was the night I got fired from Blockbuster. So,
Oh
uh,
dear.
lesson, kids. Press mute on your telephone. Um, don't call customers cheeky cunts, and you will still
Oh
have a
dear.
job. We'll
Oh
leave that
dear.
at that.
It was a fair comment though. Fair
Yeah,
comment.
yeah,
Couldn't be bothered to drive to our store.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. So, we also got Demon's Souls remake gameplay, and I mean, once again, I'm not really into that kind of game,
Yeah.
so I wasn't particularly hyped about it. I know plenty of people on like my friends list and that are very excited about that game, and also actually just seeing, because it was a gameplay trailer as well, and seeing like them going through between different zones and like not seeing any loading screens. I mean, whether they cut it like that, I don't know, but I doubt it. It's because I mean that's the thing that they're necessarily showing off on the PS5 console with their sort of fancy SSD kind of stuff. So on that kind of level, it did kind of give a little bit more of a view on how that's necessarily going to be as well. What else did we have there? Oh, Deathloop. Yeah, we had a little bit more
Oh yeah,
on a gameplay trailer for that as well. And once again, that looks really good. I'm looking forward to checking that game out. It is from the guys that did Dishonored, Arcane. So I think it's going to be definitely one to look out for. We did also get. I think they gave a release window for it. If I remember rightly, I think it was Q2 2021. So we're going to be seeing that sort of spring next year. So I definitely think that's going to be one to look out for. It looks like an interesting game.
yeah.
What
They
else?
announced Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was watching it and I was trying to figure out the hell it was while because I was still, like I said, I was still playing a game at the same time while I was watching it.
It was just zooming out on
Yeah,
different zones, wasn't it?
yeah, that's right. So I was just a bit like, "What is this?" And then I was like, "Oh, okay, Five Nights at Freddy, cool." Uh,
Yeah. They're remastering Devil May Cry 5 again.
yeah, I know. And then, I mean, I suppose if we're going on that remastering level, we've got the Fortnite optimization for PS5 as well, which, I mean, it was obvious it was going to be on the PS5 as well.
Yeah. The ray tracing for that's out today on
Oh,
PC.
okay. Okay.
So that might change things. I've not seen any videos on that. I don't know if it's any good.
Yeah, fair
Um,
enough.
don't
Uh,
really want to install it on my machine to find out.
nah, fair enough. Fair enough. And there was a brand new trailer for Oddworld Soulstorm as well.
Yeah.
And I think it looks really cool as well. I've always been a fan of the Oddworld games. I mean, I love Abe's Odyssey on the original PS1. I definitely played the shit out of that. So I'm looking forward to this sort of more, I don't know, 3D kind of esque kind of vibe on it. I think it looks pretty cool. Um,
Looks a bit more complex as well, the sort of level puzzle
it definitely
thing that
looks
you've got to
very
work out.
complex. I remember, like, I was sitting there with Haley watching that trailer, like, because I played it to her because she likes the old Oddworld games as well. She remember playing them on PS1. She was just like, "Yeah, this looks far too hard," and I'm like, "Yeah, fair enough." And it does look very complex. Like there's a lot of, I mean, I know obviously they're doing it for the trailer a little bit, but there was a lot of explosions everywhere. Just like it just looked absolutely bonkers. So I don't know. We'll see how that actually translates when we get into it. I think the probably the most interesting thing that I mean, other than the prices, of course,
Yeah.
was the PlayStation Plus collection
Yeah.
that's coming out on PS5. Because I mean, obviously, there's not going to be much coming out on the PS5 at launch by the looks of things. So they're like, well,
Yeah.
you know what? Subscribe to PlayStation Plus, and we'll give you a load of PS4 games that you've probably already got.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what it is.
The way they were publicising that, though, they made it sound like it was because they've called it the PlayStation Plus collection. It sounded like it's like a disc with all those games on, but it's not. It's
No,
really weird. The
no,
way the
it's not.
trailer was done was a bit strange.
Yeah, it's just basically there's going to be a whole bunch of downloadable PS4 classics, as they put it.
Yeah.
Like things like Uncharted 4, God of War, Last of Us Remastered. There's plenty going to be there, but I mean, frankly, it needs it for the start of this generation because it really doesn't look like there's going to be much available on launch.
Yeah. It's a very odd time.
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong there. I think a lot of things have been pushed back to next year already, so we're just going to have to see what happens. I think obviously the main selling point of the PS5 at the moment is just the fact that it has got those fast load speeds.
Mm.
There, it. I mean, isn't it meant to be a 4K ready machine?
It's 4K ready, but it's not 120 frames per second like Xbox is aiming for.
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
mean, Xbox is, well, Microsoft's machine isn't going to be 120 fixed all
Mm.
the time. That's just the aim for most of the games. I think it's
S-
fixed at 60, which I don't think PlayStation is. I could be wrong. I'm probably going to get loads of hate if people actually watch the
I must admit,
podcast and go like,
I'm not
no,
entirely sure. I know, like on paper, yeah, the PS5 is definitely less powerful than the
yeah,
Xbox. It's because, I mean, with the PS5, they're doing things on a variable kind of rate, where I think
yeah,
on the Xbox it's meant to be kind of locked in, the clock speeds kind of thing wise,
yeah,
where PS5 is sort of, yeah, it's up and down kind of thing. I think the more interesting point is the obviously the price points. For the proper like all bells and whistles PS5 console, we're looking at 449. That's pounds. I suppose in dollars you'd be looking at 499. Which is competitive with the Xbox Series X. Like they've got the right price point there, I'd say.
yeah,
I think the more interesting point is the digital edition. That the fact that they've only knocked off £100, which is 349, but it is a full-fledged console. Apparently, from what we can tell, the
yeah,
only difference is that it just doesn't have a disc drive. It is for digital edition. So
yeah.
on that kind of level, like I'd say, like if you're
It's
not
still a
too
4K machine, which Microsoft's one isn't a 4K machine.
exactly, because I mean, if we're gonna go on the Xbox prices there, obviously we're looking at 449. One, well, it's around that, isn't it? I can't remember. I haven't got the Xbox
Yeah,
prices up.
yeah, 450.
It's,
450 for each of the top end machines, and then 360 for PlayStation, which is hilarious.
yeah.
Um, and then 250 for Microsoft's entry level machine,
So yeah,
which
I
is
mean,
less powerful than the machine I've got indoors.
yes, it would be. It would be. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing that Xbox have done by going down that route. It's just sort of it feels a bit weird, but then like at the same time I'm like it does kind of make sense, and especially with I mean obviously with Game Pass just recently getting the cloud kind of thing wise. I
Yeah,
mean I know obviously that's on mobile at the moment, but I reckon they're probably on that digital edition. I reckon they'll probably start doing the cloud stuff on there as well. I reckon it will become more of a cloud service machine eventually.
yeah.
So I think
I think
it's
they're also aware not everyone in the world can afford a 4K, 8K telly at the moment.
that's true. I mean, I still don't even have a 4K television in this household because I mean it doesn't really bother me that much, and I don't have any 4K devices really, so it doesn't
Hmm.
really make any difference to me. So I just haven't bothered. And I'm probably still not gonna bother because I mean, like, I'm fine with 1080p anyway. Like, I've got like two 1080p monitors in front of me at the moment. I've got a third coming next week, so I'm gonna have three three monitors here. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. That's like
Yeah.
I don't need a 4K monitor for gaming. And like, don't get me wrong, I think it would be nice. I'm sure it would be cool, but I don't really need it.
Yeah, you can do without it for the time being.
Yeah,
But then I think that's where Microsoft are, I don't want to say win because it's not like a team. Um, I think they will sell more units to family people based on that low price point. Them not really caring about the 4K. They just want people to get that subscription for Game Pass.
yeah, No, I think so. I think you're right there. I mean, even though the fucking PS4, sorry, the PS5 pre-sales have just gone through the roof.
Yeah.
They've smashed through them pretty quickly. But then, I mean, I know you were saying something about that they're not producing as many or something.
Yeah, there's low allocation because of the last minute tech revision, I think,
Mm.
that was going into the machine. Um, so yeah, the stores are just getting very low allocation for pre-order. Um, to the point a lot of stores are putting up messages now saying we are working on getting higher allocation.
Mm.
It's just not happening at the moment.
Yeah, no, I heard
Um,
something as well. It was about because the chips that they're using, kind of thing, like the main processing chips, kind of thing wise, because of the fact that they're cranking them so hard as well, I think their failure rate, like when they're producing them, is quite
yeah.
high as well.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so I have no idea. This is just rumors. I have no
Yeah.
idea on how valid it is. So take it with a pinch of salt. But
Yeah.
yeah, apparently that's what it is. So the fact that, like, like when you've got like an with Intel and you're using like they're producing their i7 processors. If it's not necessarily, if it doesn't like go to how it is meant to, then they'll just lower the class of it and say it's like an i5 or something like that. Where with
Right.
the PS5 they can't do something like that. It's just
Yeah.
like it has to be right out of the box. So
Yeah.
they can't just put in a lower spec processor. God, I don't know. I can't even talk today. Um, there's one thing we did forget on the PS5 thing is that
Okay.
there was a little just sort of like teaser for God of War 2 as well. Or about
Oh, yeah, right at the end.
yeah, for Ragnarok. I mean, I suppose it's not God of War 2. I don't even know what you'd call it. Isn't it technically the fifth one? Maybe I can't even know. Don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure even sure myself.
I
But
think it
I
is the
don't
fifth
really.
because I think it was a trilogy like originally, and then obviously
Yeah.
they did God of
The
War.
new one. Yeah.
Why do they do that shit? It's fucking stupid.
Xbox One.
Yeah, dumb, so dumb. And then with this one, it's just Xbox Series S and X. And the thing is, they've used the S and X on the Xbox One. So like, how fucking
Yeah.
confusing is this shit? You know what? I feel for the kids that are going to be like, I want an Xbox Series X, and then gets like an Xbox
Xbox
One
One
X.
X.
And just like
Oh dear.
bastards,
Yeah.
bastards. I don't like it.
Absolute bastard. Well, I think that's probably why they discontinued it, isn't it? So there's no confusion when they go and buy it.
It's still going to happen though. You know it because parents are going to be trying to find a deal on eBay or something, and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's a good price."
Buy an empty box.
Yeah.
400
Oh, yeah,
quid.
that too. Or well, but not an empty box. It will have a brick in it or
Picture
something.
of a box.
No.
Picture of a box.
Oh man. Now, I mean, yeah. So that's pretty much the end of the PS5 kind of stuff. Xbox kind of thing wise, obviously we've spoken a little bit about the price there.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely an interesting generation on here. I think the only other thing I want to talk about on the Xbox kind of thing wise is the actually on the Xbox website they've got like a finance deal that you can do to buy the Xbox Series X or S, and I sort of crunched the numbers, and it oddly enough it is actually a good deal in the UK. I don't know how it is in other regions, but it is a 0% finance deal. You get Xbox Game Ultimate Pass for 2 years because obviously the actual finance deal was over 2 years as well. So that's included in with in with the console. So I've actually crunched the numbers, and it actually is a better deal to do the finance deal than actually to buy the console and the Game Pass separately, which is nuts. Don't get me wrong, there's not a lot in it. It's like a tenner or something like that. But still, the fact of that it's cheaper is mind blowing to me. And it almost made me go, oh, maybe I might get one then, like, because that's actually a good deal. And then I was like, and then Nvidia came along and was like, hold my beer, and busted out the RTX 30 series cards, and
Yeah,
mate, this leap is unbelievable.
I know,
Let's see if I
absolutely
can get some
mental. And the
numbers.
price points for each card is unbelievable as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, to put it into some to context. I mean, obviously, I haven't got one to be able to actually be like, yeah, I can confirm that these. But from what I'm seeing at the moment and what they announced,
Yeah,
the because I mean the 3080 is only literally just dropped, or for like pre-order kind of things or to buy kind of thing this week. So that's the 3080, and that's meant to be like a ridiculous device at around, I think it's like the 600, 700 mark, something like that.
yeah, yeah. I've got
Um,
600 quid in front of me here.
yeah, so you're looking at like, like CUDA cores of 10,496, the boost clock being at 1.7. Oh, sorry, 1.71.
That's for the
I'm
that's
looking at the
3090.
3090. I'm fucking up. On the 3080, you're looking at 8,704 on the CUDA cores. Boost clock of 1.71, memory size of 10 gigabytes, and it's GDR6X memory type. Now, I think the more interesting thing that I've got here is that the 3070, right? I mean, yes, it's only 5,888 CUDA cores, 1.73 boost clock, 8 gigabytes of memory, and GDR6. But that card is allegedly as powerful as the RTX 2080 Ti, and the price point on that is considerably less. I mean, what is it? I think it's like 350, 400, something like that.
What for that old card?
No,
Yeah,
that
it's
we're
closer
looking
to
at the
400.
3070.
Oh, 3070. Yeah, it's 450 to 500 depending on
Yeah.
where you buy it from.
So, like, on that kind of level, like, that price point is incredible. Like, because I mean, when the RTX 2080 Ti came out, that was like a grand.
Yeah.
So it was a grand 200 even, I think. So
So it's a better card. Well, it's a better card for you, and it's their entry level for this series of cards.
it's bonkers. Like the level that this Ampere architecture is giving us is crazy.
Yeah. It's so funny the memes that came out as soon as they announced this, that where it's like the consoles were just catching up, and it's just like, no, 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 no.
Nope, nope. So because of that, like I've pretty much gone, because like the thing is that with Xbox kind of thing wise, anything that's coming out on the Xbox, chances are it's going to be out on PC as well, including, their own games, because they're pushing that kind of thing as well within their
Yeah,
Game Pass. Then, like with the PS5, it's looking like, I mean, a lot of the games in that showcase there, it only said PS5 console exclusive and still said that it was necessarily coming out on PC. So, once again, it's on PC. I don't necessarily need to worry about it. So,
yeah,
I think, like, I didn't. It's looking at likely at the moment that I'm probably going to skip this console generation in general and just
yeah.
get a new RTX
New card.
card.
Yeah. I think it's sort of the mentality of quite a lot of people, I think, now, because quite a lot of people have gaming PCs now.
Mm,
It's more accessible to kids, I suppose,
yeah,
that understand that like there's no barrier anymore. There's no like, oh, this isn't optimized for PC anymore, because it is.
yeah.
It's a big market for developers.
I mean, like the thing is though, I mean, I know we were kind of talking about it the other day. You were maybe thinking this could be, close to like the last gen on
Yeah.
consoles kind of thing wise. And like I think I think I think we're probably right. I think we're probably not going to see consoles like this again after this point. I think it's going to be more because of the fact that internet is getting better and all of that kind of thing.
Mm.
And they're both heavily invested in this area now as well. Like
Mm.
PlayStation Now for Sony, the X Cloud for Xbox kind of thing. They're both definitely looking at it quite heavily. I mean, even Nvidia on PC kind of thing wise, they've got their own service, GeForce now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of looking like we're heavily going towards that. I think we're going to be playing maybe more games on, like mobile devices as such. Even just sort of like Android based like Shield TV kind of things. I think that's probably what we're going to be looking at in the future more. Um,
Yeah.
so I think you're probably right. I think this probably is close to last gen. Maybe we might see another. I'm not sure. Um, but
I think
yeah,
it's totally dependent on what new tech comes out
Mm.
between now and the next 5 years. In all honesty, I don't think this gen of consoles needed to happen at all
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
because I'm not seeing a massive leap in graphics like we did for the last gen.
I know what you mean. I think it's more the ray tracing kind of thing is the kind of seller on these. The factor that it has got, but in all fairness, I mean, those RTX cards that we're going to be looking at now, I mean, the ray
Yeah,
tracing is going to be looking even better on PC. So it does kind of feel like that PS5 and Xbox are kind of going to be coming out behind already, which is interesting. But then I suppose we haven't actually seen it properly. I don't know. So
yeah. Well, I don't think any of the games are actually optimized for the new cards yet, are they? I wouldn't have
they
thought
won't be
so.
as of yet. No, no. But
So when people start fucking around with it and actually pushing those games to their full capacity, that's when we're going to start to see some mind blowing stuff with them. I think.
yeah, no, I think you're right. I think you're right. I just can't. It's been a crazy year in general. But then on a
Yeah,
tech kind of level, it's interesting that we're still seeing these. I don't know, like things moving, like especially in the current climate that we're in.
yeah,
But yeah, no, I'm 100% excited for these new RTX cards. I've seen some of the numbers on the 3080 already, and it is looking really good. Even with ray tracing on as well, because there was like on the like 2080 Ti and stuff like that, you'd put the ray tracing on, and you'd be getting really shit frames, like because everyone's like, oh yeah, I want 60 FPS yes all the time at least, and
mm,
with RTX on, you weren't really getting that.
yeah,
So I don't know. It's looking like this new series is gonna be the Dawn. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to check it out because I mean I need to update my GTX 1080, so I think I'm definitely going to see a noticeable improvement. Even though I'm only on a 1080p machine, so am I really going to notice it?
yeah. Because isn't the 3080 8K ready?
That's the 3090. The
Oh, I thought it was the
3090 is
3080.
8K, 8K.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and the 3090 is a beast and very expensive. Like
Yeah.
you're looking at over a grand. But
Doesn't it
yeah,
outperform the Titan?
yeah, yeah, it does. I think this is the Titan for this series.
Okay.
I think that's just how they're doing it this time. So we've got the 70, 80, and 90. I reckon we'll probably see TI versions at some point as well.
Yeah.
Um, but
Just a refresh.
but I think yeah, as it is at the moment, it's pretty damn incredible.
It's
Right.
crazy they chose to do that like as the console announcements. Like it was sort of in between, wasn't it?
It was. It was in between. Yeah. I'm really interested to see where they take it. Yeah, I just think they've done really cool things. I mean, the on the RTX kind of level, if you've got an RTX card at the moment, they have just released the Nvidia. Oh, what is it called? It's like a broadcasting. That's it. Nvidia broadcasting. So
Okay.
people were already doing things with the microphone and speakers kind of thing wise. Because using some of the stuff, I can't even remember what it is. I think maybe the CUDA cores or something like that on the new RTX cards. You can do like background like noise removal, and it
Okay.
works incredibly. Like it's, I've already seen demos of that, and it's nuts. Um, but the latest thing that's in beta that they've just brought out is the camera stuff. So you can even if you don't have a green screen, you can cut out the background behind you.
Okay.
It does it sort of intelligently using your some of your power of your RTX card. So like on a broadcaster kind of level, it's definitely looking like the RTX cards are definitely even more powerful. I mean, obviously, when we had the last RTX gen anyway, we did get the new NVENC encoder, which was actually a noticeable improvement for recording and just GPU usage. They did a really good job with that codec. So, it looks like, NVIDIA are really sort of focusing on the streamers as well, which is really cool. Because I sort of
Yeah.
find that the AMD cards are not, they don't perform as well for streaming kind of thing wise. But maybe that's me just being some kind of fanboy, and maybe I'm wrong. But from what I can tell, it looks like they're really gearing up for the streamer. Right.
Well, there's a lot of them out now. Everyone
Yeah.
working from home.
Mm. There is. Yeah, that's what I mean. I've been doing a lot more streaming. Well, I say a lot more. I mean, I here and there. I've been streaming as much as I can. I'm probably gonna have to go on OnlyFans soon and get my Babylons out. Got to earn that money. And I've got all this streamer equipment, so I might as well fucking windmill my knob on the internet and see if I can get some
Uh,
money.
Leon Station.
Yes, yeah, and you know what? I'll put my OnlyFans link like beneath. No, joking. I don't have one. Uh, I'm not getting my
Can you
balls
imagine
out on
that?
cam. Like,
Like 14 subscribers instantly.
oh man. Well, I mean that's pretty much the majority of the news there. I know we had the Nintendo partner showcase,
Yeah.
which I thought was quite interesting that we're getting Ori. What's the name of the game? Because the Blind
Will of the
Forest was the
Wisps?
first game, wasn't it? Will of the
Y-
Wisps, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So that's cool. It's a really good game as well. If you've got Game Pass and you haven't played it as of yet, I definitely recommend it. It is a good platformer. Can be pretty tricky at points, but is a good game.
Yeah.
What else did we have on that?
Monster. There's loads of Monster Hunter stuff. I
Oh,
remember
that was
seeing the
it.
announcements coming up like stacking. I was like, I don't care about that series, but it's good if you like that series
Yeah, man. Let's have a quick
because they
look. I'm
got
just.
so many games announced. It was like insane.
Oh, didn't we have a Kingdom Hearts thing as well?
That was before. That was the melody thing, wasn't it?
Oh, Melody of Memory.
Rhythm.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rhythm action Kingdom Hearts thing.
What else we got here? But yeah, you're right. Yeah, there was a couple of Monster Hunter, which is crazy that we're getting two Monster Hunter games. It's not just
Yeah.
one. They're like, you know what? Fuck it. Monster Hunter it away, boy.
Yeah.
Get the monsters, yo. Um,
I want
that
to
was
find out more information about Pokemon Snap. We've not heard about much about that since it got announced.
no, you're right. We haven't seen anything on that. What else have we got here? Disgaea 6, Defiance of Destiny. So that's tactical JRPG. Farming Adventure Simulator. Rune Factory 5 as well. What else have we got? Fitness Boxing 2, Rhythm and Exercise. We got more information on Balan Wonderworld.
That's the thing that looks a little bit like Pokemon, I think, from what I remember.
Let's have a look. I'm just having a look through quickly. Oh yeah, I remember you saying about it. Because we see it on the game studio thing.
Yeah, it was announced before one of the announcements.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Empire of Sin, and as a port of a Sniper Elite 4. That was the other thing. Because I must admit, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the Nintendo one.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. I just saw the announcements come out.
Yeah. I suppose I mean, before that announcements where we did hear about the Hyrule Warriors 2 Age of Calamity, which is like a prequel to Breath of the Wild, right?
Yes, it's the Battle of Calamity.
So I mean, I quite liked Hyrule Warriors as well. I thought they did a pretty good job with it, because it wasn't it on the Wii U originally.
Yeah, that's where I played it the most. Yeah. I think I've played it so much on the Wii U that I haven't bought it on Switch yet.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a Wii U, so I bought it on Switch, and I did play through it, and I did enjoy it. You know, if you like your Dynasty Warriors kind of hack and slash kind of gameplay, and you like Zelda, lovely.
Yeah, we're getting more information on that next Saturday, 26th.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting. So next Saturday being the 26th.
That's right.
Of September. Cool. Well, I mean, as we've still got a little bit of time left, let's just dive into what we've necessarily been playing as of I don't know, for forever. It's been a while. So I'll just quickly dive in. I've been playing a little bit of Flight Sim. That's been fun. It's been difficult though to fucking just.
Have you flown to your house yet?
No, everybody else I haven't done. And I should have, but I haven't. I'm like, you know what? I want to fly to an airport and actually try and land it properly. And the thing is that like when I had it, like some additional guided kind of thing wise, where it was sort of like it was helping me land, and I managed to land it, but then I couldn't figure out on how to talk to air traffic control to be able to actually taxi properly, and I just sort of kept quitting out. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be more cocky, and just be like, right, fuck it, let's go for it. And I took off like all of the assists pretty much, and was like, right, I'm going to try and do everything. And I haven't actually been able to successfully land the plane as of yet, because I can't figure out how I'm meant to approach and shit. I'm just fucking everything up. It's a good game though. Like if you again you got Game Pass on PC kind of thing wise, I'd recommend if you did download it before, maybe uninstalling it and reinstalling it, because they did a lot of, if you had problems kind of thing wise, they have fixed a lot of things now, and they did recommend to reinstall. So maybe if you were having problems before, might be worth having another look at it now. Other games that I'm playing, I'm really getting back into Final Fantasy Brown Reborn at the moment, playing on the Omega server. So if anyone wants to come and MMO with me, come and join me. Find Elvis Glitter is the name of my character. Come and join me. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to playing more of that game. I just finished Carrion as well on my Nintendo
yeah.
Switch. For those that don't know what Carrion is, it's published by Devolver Digital, and you are basically playing the monster and just causing just well, you're just killing everyone. That's pretty much what you're doing. Just killing everyone and trying to escape this science facility as such. Definitely recommend it. It's really good. I mean, I'd say the game is pretty short. I'd say probably I mean, I probably might be overshooting a bit. Maybe like 10, 12 hours, something like that. But I mean, the game was only, I don't know, I think it was like a tenner or something like that, 10 or 15 quid. But I mean, it's on Game Pass once again as well, so I recommend giving that a shot. But yeah, that's been about it for me, bud. How about you?
I've been smashing Tony Hawk's
Oh
remake.
yeah, shit.
So I'm level 65 on that now. So yeah, max level's 100. But the challenge is now, the main bulk of the game can be completed in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's all the challenges afterwards that take the extra time. Um, there's even one for grinding for 10 hours, which is going to take me forever. It's mental. But yeah, it's a really good remake. I thought the series was dead after 5 because they Robo Moda completely put a nail in the coffin on that pretty much. So I'm glad Vicarious Visions, who did the Crash remakes and Spyro, they were in charge of this one. They've done a really good job reviving it.
Is it like quite faithful to the original kind of thing? Is it
Quite faithful, but also it's added in bits from 3 and 4, like reverts and flatland tricks and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay.
But you can, in the settings, turn those off. So you've only got the controls from either the first game or the second game.
Okay.
For those hardcore players that just want those controls. But yeah, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. Some people have said it's like they've played it for a couple of hours and they were like, I thought I would like it more and I don't. I'm in the camp that are still enjoying it. So yeah, it's really good. I've been playing that. I've been playing still quite a lot of GTA Online, trying to level my character up, which I know you did for a little bit with Valo. Is that
Yeah,
right?
it did. Yeah.
But I still haven't done the Diamond Heist. I haven't managed to get enough money to even start doing that yet. And I don't want to buy a shark card.
Yeah. No. Fair enough. Makes sense. I haven't played it. I think since the last time I streamed it, because the last time I streamed it, I had like problems with someone like shutting me down, kind of thing, and
I heard about that. Yeah.
crashing my game. Um, so I just was like, ah, fuck this. I just haven't bothered going back to it. I should though, because it's good. It is good.
It is a good game. It's just a bit annoying that you've got those like spend caps for the extra content they've put in. So you've got to grind for ages or you've got to spank some money on it.
Yeah, man. Damn, son.
But that's the case with most games like that.
Yeah, man.
Pay to win.
Yeah, boy. Splash the cash, man. Oh.
Yeah.
Make it rain to Rockstar. Right. But that's about all I've got, man. Is there anything else you wanted to chat about?
I can't think of anything. I can't think of any announcements we may have missed. No.
Nah, that's fine then. Well, it's a nice short podcast for people this time around. You know, we're at around 50 minutes, so I think that's all right.
Okay.
52 minutes. That's not too bad. I'm happy with that.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not much that's come out apart from the console stuff.
Yeah, we're just
And
waiting.
there wasn't many
now.
games in it.
No, not really. And I don't think we're going to see many games. I mean, like Halo's like next year.
Delayed. Yeah.
Like everything's getting delayed as such. So I don't know. We'll just have to see.
It's going to be interesting what bundles we. Well, it's not going to be any bundles. There's no consoles to sell. All the allocations gone. Yeah, very interesting time for a console. Normally, there's like I remember when the Wii came out, and there was like every fucking retailer you could think of was putting these bundles together.
Yep.
Because there's so many units being made. Now
But
there's like no units. What's going on?
Nah, it's weird.
I suppose it's a different time, isn't it? There's factories shutting down and stuff like that.
Exactly. I think it's kind of interesting that Sony didn't necessarily come out with their own finance deal kind of thing, but it doesn't seem to have hindered them at all. So
no,
yeah.
Well, not yet. We don't know how many actual units they're selling. They might be doing a Nintendo. We've made 5 fucking consoles.
We've made 5.
One. Yeah, a PlayStation 5. Literally, we made 5.
All right, man. Well, let's get out of here then. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun as always,
Yes.
and we need to try and do some more at some point. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Once there's been a bit more news out there as well, we'll be back for another podcast to discuss all that kind of jazz. If you did kind of like this, I don't know, more informal kind of chat version, do let us know in the comments. If you didn't like it, then obviously just hit that dislike and just be like
write us a little rant.
Yeah,
Get your fingers out.
I liked it when you prepared a bit more because you actually talked about things properly. So yeah, like feel free to like chastise us for that.
I got my tea and my biscuits ready, and I was severely disappointed. 9 out of 6.
Brilliant. But yeah, there we go. That is us for this week. I hope you have a good one, and we'll catch you next time.